Hello and welcome to another edition of the Brooklyn Baby Podcast with me, your host, Charlene Sapp. Hopefully by the time you hear this, you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and hopefully Thanksgiving was given and it was blessed and peaceful and safe and wonderful. So let's get into it. Today's topic is exploring your dating options. Yes, because you know my motto, you have the right to be selective. And like my mama used to always say, you don't have to take the first bus that comes to the bus stop. You can wait for the next one, right? So let's get into it. Yeah, just explore your dating options. And that could mean a whole litany and plethora of things. It could be, well, let me just use myself as an example. I have certain criteria. I have certain physicalities. We all know I love height. Now that part of it's not going to change, but feeling a certain level of comfort and wanting to date within my own race has always been me. But it's okay to go outside, because some people, you like what you like, and that doesn't mean I have not dated outside. I have. Let's just clear that up. But my preference is African American, but I always keep my options open. Because again, remember what I said, I like what I like. If you are of another persuasion, and then people I have dated in other persuasions who are not black, they struck my attention. Something about them I like. So I'm going to say this to everyone else. It's okay to date outside your race. You keep your options open. Your knight in shining armor and mine may not be black or whatever persuasion you are. If you're Caucasian, they may not be Caucasian. Your knight in shining armor might be Asian, black, some other persuasion, some other nationality, ethnicity, Latino. You never know. That's all I'm trying to say. Keep your options open. Because I sure have. Even though, again, my preference is African American. But historically, when I look at my life, yes, I've had dealings with white, black, Asian, Latino, just about every race, every ethnicity. And I have the right to be selective. So, yeah, don't let yourself be confined by, I gotta, and don't worry about what your family, your friends think. This is your life. They made their choices. You need to make yours. You need to do what makes you happy. Okay? Now back to the issue of physicality. We know I'm a stickler for height. But if it's like a non-negotiable for you, like it is for me, then that's different. But if, I like men over 6'1". Most men I've dated, I would say 95% of them have been over 6'1", 6'2". That's my thing. Now, like I said, there are exceptions even within my dating history, but 9 times out of 10, that man's going to be over 6'1" for me. And like I've said, if he's not, he better bring it with that strong alpha male energy and be a boss. He better be a boss. Not only financially, but just like a boss he might be short in stature, but he's tall as far as that machismo, that machoism, that alpha male personality that I like and I'm accustomed to. All the men in my family, my son, my father, my godfather, my cousins, my male friends, they have that machismo, that alpha, strong, take charge, patriarchal male thing. And if that's the way you're raised with a strong black father or a strong father in general, regardless of his race or ethnicity, that's what I'm accustomed to. So for me, like I said, the height, the machismo is a non-negotiable. Okay. Now, I already told you how I feel about finances. Finance or romance without finance is a nuisance. I don't want no brokey. And what's that Lotto song? Brokey? I don't want no brokey because I'm not a brokey. Okay, so I'm not saying the person has to roll in dough. However, no, Your credit's got to be a certain way, like mine is. And I'm accustomed to, listen, I come from a two-parent household in which my father gave my mother the option, baby, be a housewife. He wanted to be a housewife, but she chose to pursue her career. But she had the option. But she said, no, I want to have my own money. But everything in the household, all the bills, the mortgage at our houses or homes in Raleigh, North Carolina, and in New York, Brooklyn, my dad paid for all the bills. My mother never had to write a check for a bill ever, for the house, hold expenses, the food, nothing. He would give my mother the credit card. They would go to Key Food, Park Slope on the way home from work because they rode into work together. He would drive her, pick her up. They always stop at this beautiful Key Food Key Food grocery store in a posh place called Park Slope, where my first private school was located when I was in elementary school. And they would go there. He would give this credit card. She would go in, get the food for the family, do almost shopping almost every day or every other day. It was on 7th Avenue in Park Slope in Brooklyn. I don't even know if it's still there now. I don't think it is. And he would stay in the car, listen to his jazz music or his WLIB for African American news. And he was chilling. She would take his credit card, go get the family shopping done just about every day or every other day. That was their thing. And they would go home to our home in the East Flatbush section of Brooklyn, which is about 20 minutes away, a car ride with no traffic. If it was traffic, it'd be about 30 minutes away. Anyway, so yeah, if you are looking for someone, and if you raised like me, and you know you want a certain lifestyle, and you're accustomed to things, and man taking charge, well, I'm not saying to neglect what you're accustomed to, or to lessen what you're accustomed to, or to shrink beneath what you're accustomed to. No, like me, have your standards, know what you want. Because to me, if it's going to be an issue, if we take trips, there's going to be an issue if I go to a 5-star restaurant. It's going to be an issue to book a flight. If it's going to be an issue to take a trip, you don't need to be with me. So just also know yourself before you get involved with someone. Know yourself, know what your standards are, know what you like, what you're accustomed to. But because like I said, I was accustomed to certain things by my parents. And there's certain things that I saw how my mom was treated like the queen she was, because she's passed on. However, I know looking at that wonderful example of what love should look like, I'm not going to settle, and neither should you. However, still explore your options. Like I said, with me, finances, height are an issue, and it should be, because marriage and relationships, it's a business. It's a business. I know it might not be an unpopular opinion, but it's a business. I'm not saying that you want to fleece someone or use someone for their resources, and nor should someone do that to you. But we got to match each other. And for me as a woman, I just feel, this might be an unpopular opinion too, yes, I have my own, but the person if I ever decide to settle down, he's got to match what I have and even exceed what I have, but nothing less. It is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be. Okay? Because my mom and daddy didn't raise me to be broke. They didn't. You know, a person could be struggling and broke on their own. So yes, do your research, take your time, but explore your options. So I've already touched on, yes, go outside of your ethnicity, your race. Go outside of that. Go outside of that, because your person, and I said knight in shining armor, but whatever you're looking for, whoever you're looking for, what male, female, whatever, because I know men listen to this too, this podcast. Whatever you're looking for might become in another package than what you want and than what you're accustomed to. And let's get back to physicality, because we know how I feel about height. But then it might even be another body type. It might be a person because some people don't want a tall person. Most people do though. But let's say you have a proclivity like I do for tall people. Maybe your person might not be so exceedingly tall. Maybe your person might not have that what I like, football player body type or basketball player body type, you know. So let me put it to the men. Your woman might not have a body like Sha'Carri Richardson. She might have a track runner body. You just don't put yourself in a cage with dating. Don't put yourself in a cage. In addition to that, and I already touched on this as well, you are the person that has to date your person. Don't worry about your mama says, your daddy, your cousins, your friends, your aunties, your besties. You have to deal with this person. You have to live with this person. So you have to deal with someone that makes you happy, that gives you that juice, that gives you that good feeling, and it may not be someone who looks like you. It might come in another race. It might come in another religion. Hey, these days some people date people outside their age. Because I've always dated men at least 10, 15, some even 20 years. I always go for older men. They're at least 10 years older than me, typically. Especially as I become an adult. As soon as I was like 21, 22. And it was something I used to talk about with my parents. And my mother used to always say, yeah, man, 20 years older than you is a great age for you. So it was always supported. And that's what I typically did. Other than the people I dated in middle school, high school, college, beyond when I became an adult, beyond college, the average man I dated was at least 10 years older than me. And like I said, up to the oldest I've dated older than me was 23 years older than me. I always loved older men. And they do say men mature at a slower pace and at an older age than women. So I guess it worked out. But it was always supported in my household. My ideology and my outlook to date much older men. But anyway, that's another topic. Maybe go outside of the age range that you're accustomed to. Could be another way in which exploring your options could possibly look like. So it could look like so many things. So many things. Just explore your options. But again, hold on to those non-negotiables. You're not saying to sell yourself short or deal with a buster or a brokey or whatever. Still keep your standards, but the non-superficial, or the superficial rather, excuse me, that is something, as I'm speaking to you all, that we may need to adjust to maybe find our person. The person may not come with the package that we think they should. And just see where it takes you. Just see where it takes you. Even on an educational level. Maybe your person doesn't have a Harvard degree. Or maybe no degree. But that same person might be banking. That person might have entrepreneurial spirit, making more money than a Harvard graduate. I've seen that happen. And I think I've shared with you in past podcasts, most of the men I've dated did not have college degrees, but they were entrepreneurs, business owners, restaurant owners, club owners, various businesses, and they were well over six figures. So yes, do not sleep on or shun someone or not give someone an opportunity because they don't, quote unquote, have a college degree. A lot of those men who I dated who did not, they were banking, very successful, exciting, fun, had that edge, had that machismo, had that alpha personality that I like so much. And that's another thing, don't sell yourself short because someone don't have a certain piece of paper in the form of a degree. Because a lot of those men, they have their own businesses. They might be your plumbers, your electricians, your mechanics, your business owners, your club owners, your restaurant owners, your just different company owners. No degree, but they had that hustle within them to make money and make it do what it do and make $1 out of 15 cents. You see, that business acumen, street smarts. more than any, and making more money than any college educated person on earth. So again, like I said, explore your options. Explore them. Well, I think that's all for now, and I hope you enjoyed. And next week we'll be talking about caring for elderly parents. Anyway, people, have a wonderful, blessed, and splendid rest of your weekend. And thank you for being here with me. Don't forget to, if you have a platform that you're listening to this podcast in which it allows you to like it. If it allows you to share it, share it. Because I know we're on Podbean, we're on Spotify, we're on YouTube. If any of those platforms, I know YouTube does, if it allows you to like it and share it, please do so for us, sister. Help me out. Anyway, stay blessed, stay positive, stay focused. Love you all. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.